From the wind-swept deserts and arid tundra of Thanalan, to the ancient primeval forests of Gridania, to the seaside cliffs of Lano Seca infused with the very soul of piracy, the more exotic locales, awash in wonder and mystery. Eorzea is a land of myriad stories and even more secrets to discover. Join me, fellow scholars, as we undertake a grand endeavor. Now, it is time for Explaining Eorzea. It seems prudent to start at the beginning, with the creation of Eorzea. Now, creation myth in Eorzea has taken on countless forms over the ages. One prominent astrologian and theologian, Lufon of Charlian, has spent his academic career studying the overlap in these renditions and has compiled what he claims the definitive tale. Now, keep in mind, with creation myths, it is a place of pliant metaphor and astronomical amounts of illusion and allegory. So keep that in mind, dear adventurer, as you listen. In the beginning, there was neither light nor darkness, only the whirl. And it was not until Althak emerged, thence in his nakedness, did time take its first step forward. With him, the Keeper also carried weight, and with weight were the realms of land and firmament defined. Yet Althak would not be alone over long, for soon from the whirl did another step forth. Her name was Nimicry, and she was but a mewling babe who could do naught but weep, and soon her tears created a vast, immeasurable lake. Althak, seeking companionship in the empty realm of his creation, took the young goddess under his wing and cared for her as one would care for a beloved daughter. As Nimicry grew, however, so too did their love for one another, until it could no longer be contained. Culminating in what only can be called a divine coupling, resulted in the birth of two holy daughters, Azima the sun and Minfinia the moon. And of course, with their advent, we have day and night at last. So did countless cycles of light and darkness pass before the whirl. Once again, another did step forth. Thaliak, bearer of wisdom and knowledge, looked upon the silent and unchanging lake left by Nimicry's tears and coaxed from it a river to carry that water to the far corners and to all areas of the realm. Azima, drawn by Thaliak's sagacity, professed her undying love to the new deity and begot him two daughters, the first being Lemelian, who took the water created by her grandmother and expanded it into the world's seas, much to the Limsins' delight. The second daughter was lonely Nofika, who, wanting for companionship, created her own playmates, and thus brought all life into this world. And lo, it was not until life had spread throughout the land and the newly created seas that a new god appeared, though from whence the others did not know, for the whirl had lain dormant for many aeons. His name was Ashen, and where he wandered did towering mountains rise from level plains. With the formation of these spires did cold wind flow from high down to warm seas and back up again, carrying the life so precious to Nofika that was once reserved for land and water into the skies themselves. Those self-same winds did bring love to the heart of Lemelian, yet though she longed to be with Ashen, her wanderlust prevented the two from ever being joined overlong, and lo, did they never beget children of their own. This, dear adventurer, was a time of great creation, but also of great chaos. Ashen's mountain rose and fell at his whims, Thaliak's rivers flowed hither and thither, and Lemelian seas ever expanded, swallowing entire swathes of land before the gods even knew they were gone. To bring order to this chaos, Grandmother Nimicry cried forth a mighty comet from the heavens and gave it life, directing it down at the world that it may destroy and rein in the excesses of her sons and daughters, all of the havoc they have wrought, while bringing harmony once again to the realm. And for many days and nights the world was calm, the gods content in the order which now reigned supreme. That is, until the whirl, awoken from its many aeons of slumber, beckoned forth two final deities, Byregot and his younger sister, Alone. It was feared by the other gods that these untamed and ambitious siblings might once again usher chaos into the world, upsetting and possibly destroying the balance and peace that had reigned. So to see that they were properly disciplined, Nimicry quickly made them wards of Ralgar, the Destroyer. A builder by nature, Byregot resented his new stepfather, who could only teach him of destruction, choosing instead to spend most of his time in the tutelage of Thaliak. The scholar bestowed upon his eager student the knowledge he would use to forge the tools and techniques of creation. Though more open to her new father's teachings, Alone, too, grew restless, longing to test her strength. An opportunity arose when Ashan invited the young goddess on one of his journeys, and it was during these travels that Halone's ambition slowly transformed into a lust for battle. When Nofika, Mother of Life, learned of Halone's wanton destruction of her creations, she was angered beyond words and swore revenge. But the Fury ignored the matron's challenge, widening the rift between the two. Ashan, feeling responsible for this rift, devised a plan to calm Nofika. From within the mountains of his creation, Ashan summoned forth a font of magma which spewed forth onto the land. Upon cooling, the magma took the form of the 12th and final god, the dual-aspected Nald Thal. With Nald Thal, Ashan had provided a god to oversee the souls of those who had met their deaths and provide them with peace in the afterlife. Satisfied that her creations would no longer wander the void aimlessly, Nofika agreed to a truce with Halone. And with the advent of the 12th and final god was the pantheon complete. But before they could call an end to their toil, they first required a realm in which they could reside and watch over the myriad of creation. To this end, they created the 7 heavens, and to there did they finally retreat, bequeathing the rule of Eorzea to mankind. Dear adventurer, you can write off that entire creation myth as complete nonsense or believe every word to be factually true down to the letter. But keep in mind that the 12 are a subtle influence on our mortal plane, but once you are with them, they have plans for those that please and praise them, and plans for those that scorn and displease them. So keep that in mind as you journey around Eorzea. That was the Creation Myth of Eorzea. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you'd like to suggest a new topic for a lore video, go on and drop a comment down below and I'll get to it and see what we can do there. If you like me in general, or what the channel does in specific, go on and hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. Stay up to date with everything the channel does. I've been told I need to push this more. I stream on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Friday and Sunday being Final Fantasy XIV nights, and Saturday being a bit of a wild card. We have people in the Discord, we chat, we play games other than Final Fantasy XIV. If any of that interests you, you can find me at twitch.tv/Nimicry at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on those days. You can connect with me on Twitter at Nimicry. I do my best to respond to everybody, but sometimes I can't get to every notification, so if I miss yours, it's not personal. Finally, for those who go truly above and beyond the call of duty, there is the Patreon. Patreon allows small creators like me to profit off videos, and it helps me make longer, more detailed videos like this one. If you'd like to support, you can do that at patreon.com/Nimicry. We have whole lists of new perks that we're working on here, so keep that in mind. If that's something that interests you, again, you can do that at patreon.com/Nimicry. And of course, Patreon users get access to this video early. Finally, there will be a list of people on screen right now. Those are my current patrons. Thank you for supporting a small creator like myself. It was a joy to make this video, and I can't wait to make the next lore video. Be safe, take care, and may the mount you're farming drop on the first kill.